Hello, here we are again to do a Percon video fly, and this time we are talking about career counseling. And why career counseling? Because here in India we need a lot of career guidance to be provided to the employable people in the country. And this is why we are doing this video. Here are the points for guidance to the counselor. The first thing that he should be or she should be conversant with is start the interview or the conversation by introducing and developing an atmosphere of empathy, an atmosphere of comfort.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Thank you. How are
What's
you,
your
ma'am?
name? I'm fine, thank you so much. What's your name?
Ma'am, my name is Shivik Tripathi.
Shivik?
Shivi, ma'am.
Shivik Tripathi.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how old are you?
Ma'am, I'm 23.
20.
After this, the counselor needs to start with closed-ended questions, such as, what is your name, what is your date of birth, etc., etc.
What's your date of birth?
Ma'am, it's 1991, April.
1991, April. Okay. So you are from Delhi?
No, ma'am, I basically belong to a town near Kanpur, but I'm putting up in Delhi, near Ghaziabad. NCR.
So what brings you to Delhi?
Ma'am, actually my father is in Air Force, so he has been posted here in Hindon. So he's here, so we also took our colleges here only, here in that area. So we are here for the last 5 years.
So what is, academically, what have you done so far?
I've done my BTech.
BTech?
Yes, ma'am.
From where?
I'm BTech from Ghaziabad.
Ghaziabad, which institute?
Ma'am, GBTU University, it's RKGIT College.
GBK.
GBTU University.
GBT. Okay.
Ma'am, and now I'm pursuing my PGDM from Noida.
PGDM in?
Ma'am, it's my first year right now, so I'll be choosing my specialization in the next time.
So what are you intending to do?
Ma'am, I'm looking for finance as my major and marketing as a minor.
Okay. So now only the questions?
Yeah.
The next set of questions that the counselor needs to ask are open-ended questions. And let's see what open-ended questions are.
So why BTech? Why not anything else?
Ma'am, actually...
No, we'll just take the questions. Yeah, one by one.
And but do you think you have done the right choice? Whatever you are doing is correct? Any other professional qualification? Are you satisfied with your academic achievements so far?
I'm being when I was in 12th standard, so it was like I had both these streams, bio and mathematics. So like you can say that it was a kiddish kind of attitude, that being a topper or something like that, how can I go for simple BSc or something, that sort of thing. So that just took me to BTech somehow. But then in my due course of studies, I realized that I can do good in management, and the technical field, the sort of that particular field is not for me. I could realize it. Ma'am, actually what happened, I chose EC, that is electronics and communication. So in electronics and communication, there are hardly, if there are jobs, there are basically PSUs and that sort of, or even the companies, the core companies are really very less. So what people are doing, they switch to computers, they learn all the coding and all that stuff, then they switch to computers. Otherwise they go for MTech, then they go for PhD, otherwise they go into teaching thing. So what I wanted was, I wanted to be in management. Like if we can say, BTech and it is also said BTech and MBA combination is also a very good combination because you have a technical know-how as well as you have a managerial know-how. So it attracted me more than doing a MTech. So that's why I chose.
So if you now do the management, right, you do the diploma, PG, and then how are you placed vis-a-vis industry for employment?
Ma'am, I'll have a better technical know-how. Like if you put me in an industry which is having electronics things, then I can understand. I can understand that what are the operations, what exactly is happening out there, and then that may help me in taking a better decision, maybe in the managerial post.
आप कौन सी इंडस्ट्री को फोकस करोगी या कौन सी इंडस्ट्री को आप चूज करना चाहोगी या आपकी इंडस्ट्री में कौन सी पर्टिकुलर प्रोफेशनल सिचुएशंस हैं जहां आप आफ्टर ये पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन के आपको नौकरी मिल जाएगी?
Ma'am, right now I'm not thinking so much specifically about my BTech and MBA combination, but I'm looking forward more of the finance things. Like finance, I want to take my specialization, and so I'm looking for means I can go for the placements what my college is offering. Then I have one more option as in banks, IBPS, and these PO exams are there. And then my parents and their friends are also telling me to take the exams like SSC and all those. So I'm a bit of that. I'll go wherever it will take me. At this point of time, I'm thinking that I have to get in finance or management, but somewhere which will suit me and which will drive me that I'll go.
So getting into finance, how does the BTech help you?
Ma'am, right now if I say that BTech is now no more a very professional degree. Like people are doing it just like a graduation course only. So even I can say that taking BTech as a course was actually not a right decision for me. So even I am considering it that okay, I have done my graduation and now I have to do a better course which will suit me and which will take me to give me a better edge.
I understood what you are saying. You are ultimately looking yourself to be employable in any organization, right? But have you thought of the kind of industry segment जिसमें आपको employment मिलेगी, BTech plus PG?
Not actually thought of it right now.
The college.
Having gathered these data from the person who's being counseled, the counselor then next needs to probe into every aspect. And this may comprise of a number of questions which will follow as you go on to see this.
What is the trend going in your college right now? What kind of companies come into your college? What kind of employment are being offered to the students?
Ma'am, in my college mostly students take marketing as I guess 70% are taking marketing as a specialization. So what happened is like 70% companies are coming, 50-55 companies are marketing only. So if they bring banks also, they bring Axis Bank, ICICI Bank and many banks like that for finance people also. And I'm looking for them that maybe I'll get a good finance company. They are bringing in Ernst & Young and companies like Emery Price Solutions and those types of also.
Getting into banks also, you feel your BTech degree will be handy? Will be of any advantage?
Ma'am, you can say that in the sense, not in banks actually. As I said, I am taking it as a simple graduation course only because in banks it is more of operations, how things are working, how you are connecting with the customers, how you are, means it depends from bank to bank. In few banks it is just you have to sit, you have to take the work and you have to do it. In few banks you have to go out, you have to reach out to people and you have to connect and bring more and more customers for them. Like mostly in let's say private banks it happens. But
आपने ये क्यों नहीं सोचा कि बीटेक के बाद मैं PGDM करने की बजाय MBA क्यों नहीं करूँ?
Ma'am, MBA and PGDM, when out to me that PGDM is better than MBA. In sense of like in PGDM it is more of a depending upon the college itself, the courses, the curriculum changes very frequently and it is up to date. And in MBA it is a university course, so it changes when the university want to change. Means even after 10 years it changes. So the employability increases in PGDM, not in MBA. And now also means people are telling me that many of the government organizations don't take MBAs, don't take PGDMs, but it's not like that now. They are considering MBA then give / PGDM. So they are considering that PGDM is equally competent and rather it is more competent nowadays for employment.
Okay, I'm just wondering at the source of your information about all these things. Is it some genuine source or is it just that people talk and therefore you are picking up this conversation and
No, ma'am.
making decisions? Because you know, if you have to get employed the way you are saying that you would like to get employed at a particular industry in a very, especially a goods position and all that. So you probably need to have a kind of, laid down path that this is what you want to do. But what I make out right now, I mean, everything is like undecided.
Yes, ma'am, it is undecided just because I could not find the exact thing what I should do. Means I know right now that I have to get into finance, but I have not selected the industry. And as far as you are saying PGDM, ma'am, even the IIMs.
Sorry, 1 second. So much.
As an expert counselor would do, having probed into various data, he or she would also need to provide active listening to the person who's being counseled. So when we talk about active listening, let's see how that active listening is carried out.
The way it is going, I'm still finding that you are not very sure that what you are doing is right.
Ma'am, I am not sure. You can say in a way that when I entered into the college, I was thinking that I'll take HR because I like to connect with people and I thought that I can fit into HR. But now what happened in the due course of time, I'm giving suggestions by many people like if my seniors also, my teachers, and they were saying that you are good at studies and even they are surprised that being from a non-commerce background, I am able to take all the account subject and all the commerce subject in a very good manner. I am able to score very good marks in that. So they are saying that if you can do that, either go for marketing or finance then. Because HR is right now in not a very good position, and because of my mindset, because I have taken a loan and also my parents were not ready for my MBA course. They were asking ki you should better prepare for banks or you go for SSC, leave a year, give a gap and don't go for this MBA course. But I was there that I want to do management courses. I want to get a higher education. So now I can't get a 15,000 job and get settled at that particular thing.
So what is your expectation?
Now my expectation is at least if I learn in a very in a manner what is taught and what actually the molding process should be, if I adapt to it and I learn things, then at least the company, at least I should get a package of 4 or plus. 4 plus, means 4 lakhs plus right now. Like in my college they are giving placements on an average 3.5 to 4. But I want that I just won't depend on them only. I should be seeking all the others, all other options also, and I should get the best possible.
Now we go into validating the data. So whatever information we've got through active listening and probing, the data needs to be validated, which means that questions need to be repeated or statement of facts need to be repeated. Let's see how it is done.
Right now, whatever you are doing, you feel it is the right path, or you could have not have done anything else? This is the
Ma'am, if I can say means right path, it is right now the right path. It is as of now I think that if I can get into finance, because the major thing is in marketing, as you told, that anybody who has good communication skill can get marketing. Even my BTech friends are doing jobs in marketing. So marketing I can take it in at any point of time. But in finance I can learn in a particular course only. So that's why I'm going to choose finance so that I can learn the financial aspects of a business.
so you are looking to get employed in finance, not in marketing right now.
Yes,
First
ma'am.
option is finance.
First option is finance.
And then maybe the second is marketing.
Marketing, yes, ma'am. But the love of, you can say, for me is the trading and things. So I want that at a later part, maybe after 10 years down the line, I'll get into training or something, or maybe I'll get into the HR part of. Because in one of the company means I got interviewed, SMC Global. Their HR person who was there, he was a finance person. He was a finance person, and after 10 years, means after some years, he was a HR there. So even my seniors told me that the finance people or marketing people who get experience, they know how to do the processes. So they train and teach other people. Then automatically they shift to the HR vertical. So that's what I want to be later on stage.
To bring about clarity in validating the facts, the counselor needs to essentially repeat and paraphrase whatever his understanding is, so that the counselor is able to confirm with the person who is being counseled that they were both on the same page.
So it's not per se you are wanting to go into HR, you are just wanting to go to one part of HR, which is training and development of people, right?
Ma'am, right now I can say that because surely I don't know many of the aspects of HR also right now. That as you told, industrial relation is there and the public relation is also there. Then some other fields are also there. So maybe with time I'll get to know about it. And
It's too early for you to decide what exactly, but you have decided that you want to go to finance,
yes,
and then probably you will shift to whatever comes your way.
yes,
And you will like to do it the way things come and in your own pace, no hurry that way, but there is one pressure in any case, which is returning of work, right?
Very.
Yes. Shivi, looking at or going through whatever we have discussed so far. So you are 23 years of age, which is quite young, and you have done BTech, and now that you are pursuing PGDM in an Asian business school, and you are likely to take finance and marketing. Finance is major, and so far your progression in the academic qualifications are not actually in synchronization with what it should have been. But of course you had made a change. Probably it is for the better, and you are quite wanting to get into job very fast, because it seems you have taken loan, and with the college feedback, you feel probably you will be able to have a job of 4K, earn 4 lakhs, per annum, and which you are seem to be very happy to look forward to, and I wish you all the best. But you are still quite debating about HR and marketing. So we still have time to decide about it. Of course, 2 months are more there.
Having concluded upon the facts and reaffirming that the counselee has understood what the counselor was trying to say, it is essential on the part of the counselor to also communicate as to what needs to be done. What are the solutions? That is where clear information has to be given. Let's see how that is done.
And the pros and cons of HR is a challenging job because where you are internally talking to people, looking after the employees and trying to do some good work for them, but ultimately it's a thankless job because nobody gives you points for that. But in marketing, it's a fast growing field where you earn better and you know, your recognition is there because the facts and figures are there to show to the world what you have achieved. In HR, there is nothing like that. Unless you get into the, you know, sort of trying to derive the in return on investment, and there is a particular formula in a company by which you can do it. And there also your contribution as per the HR team probably might not be visible as much. So that we can probably talk after you are through with the first year, when you are on the verge of taking your majors. And I'm still not very much convinced about you're picking up a finance job after doing the BTech. But since you say you are good in maths, and we find that you are good, and you are good in figures also, so maybe that's the best. And the pressure behind you that you should be able to repay the loan which has been taken by your father, then I think it sounds a good proposition. So, and another competition exams you had asked, so you should, if you are prepared, then you can sit for the bank and SSC. Okay, so you can, but I think you must take at least 1 or 2 months coaching from a renowned institute so that you are able to crack those questions, within the time limit.
Having concluded on the facts and having communicated what the counsellor wants to do to the person who's being counselled,
I will.
having concluded upon the facts and having communicated to the person who's being counselled as to what needs to be done, it is a primary responsibility of the counsellor to ensure, to summarize all the facts and all the communication that has been done so as to reaffirm and reassert what has been discussed. And that is registered with the person who's being counselled.
Shimi, from the discussions which we had right now, I conclude now that time is an excuse. Okay. So with that, are you happy with whatever we discussed and the kind of inputs you got?
Yes.
Yeah. So in case you need anything, in any case we are meeting after your first year's completion. But in the interim period, if you need anything, please do get in touch with us. We would be very happy to support you in whatever doubts or clarification you see. Okay? Thank you very much.
Same here.
Bye-bye.